What's up guys, Nico here, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, and today is the anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's. Yes, it's finally here. We are finally made it to the anniversary of Five Nights at Freddy's. And today, they released Five Nights at Freddy's into the pit, right? The full release of that game. And that's cool and all, that's awesome. Um it was that game is mainly released to be like a celebration of the anniversary, which is crazy because the this is Five Nights at Freddy's 10th anniversary, so it's been around for 10 years now. This game came out in 2014. It's insane. It's crazy to think about that it was just a small little like click game or whatever, where you're just sitting in your office, you survive till 6 a.m. You know, you're working as a security guard, just trying to survive the night, and it's turned into everything that it's become now. It's crazy. It's been 10 years, and I just gotta say, Five Nights at Freddy's has been such a big thing in my life, because back in the day, I didn't know much about the game. I got introduced to it back in, like, the 2nd and 3rd grade. Back when it was, like, becoming a big thing, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. I want to know about it. And obviously, I got into it. I really liked it. You know, I just remember, playing each of the games. I played the original 3. You know, the original games will always have a special place in my heart because, I mean, it's just about how simple and scary they all were. It was amazing. I really liked it. And, Five Nights at Freddy's has gone from being just a small little indie game to AAA games, like with Security Breach and movies, you know. And there might be possible, like, TV shows, many books, a lot of books, like, a lot. I think at least, like, 20, 30 to, like, 30. Maybe even more. I don't know. I don't read them all. But I just know there's a lot of books. A lot of them. Let's see. A lot of books, you know. And there's I think there's still more coming out. And there's another game coming out next year. They're doing a collab with Dead by Daylight. I mean, this game is huge. Whether you like it or not, the brand is just itself is so recognizable that I think everybody knows or has heard of Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I remember back in the day when nobody really knew about it, and I would watch people like Markiplier. Like, I remember that. I remember his intro and everything on the first Five Nights at Freddy's back in the day. What was I cooking? Oh, hell yeah. Uh, and just remembering how everyone used to treat the game back in the day. Like, people loved this game. And still love it to this day, because they make fan games, you know, animations, like their own movies and stuff. They make, what else? Sorry about, I have a runny nose right now. It's not really good. It's kind of annoying right now. Alright, hopefully it can just, like, go away. It's my bad, guys. But, oh, I forgot. What was I saying? I don't know. I forgot what I was saying, but Five Nights at Freddy's even has music. People have made their own fan-made songs and animations, artwork. Like, it's insane. Like, it's a huge fan base. I remember back in the day, I used to really love the story because of well, I used to love the games and got so into them because of the stories. Like, the lore behind the games were, the mystery behind the murders of the children, and how the children are possessing the animatronics and all that. it was a simple ghost story back in the day, and that was what made it so good is that it was so grounded in reality. And sure, it's sounds goofy, but like it seems pretty realistic as a grounded story. And that's what made it more intriguing, a lot more scary. Because I liked it when Five Nights at Freddy's was more grounded, but of course nowadays it's not even close. So, I'm a really big fan of the Five Nights at Freddy's games up until like Ultimate Custom Night and the VR game. After that though, I just kind of don't necessarily like the games that much after that. Which I know it's crazy, don't get mad at me, I mean, there's still pretty decent games. It's just once, like, even in the old games, like Sister Location, once Scott started diving to more futuristic, like, robot stuff, and it didn't seem like a grounded ghost story anymore. Once he started just getting away from all that, that's when I lost interest, because, like, I mean, I'm not saying what Scott is doing is bad. I think it's really cool. But changing what he started with kind of just, I don't know, it just ruins the vibe, kind of ruins what you kind of had, but you know what? I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, at the end of the day, the franchise is still huge, still very good, still very popular to this day. I mean, they're making a second movie for the games. It's gonna be based off Five Nights at Freddy's 2, so I can't wait to see it. Uh, I just know that, Scott, I think it's Scott, he said this himself, that he's gonna focus more on the horror part of this movie, because in the first movie, it wasn't scary, like, at all. And that's what fans didn't like. So he saw that, and, he's gonna focus more on, like, the horror part of the film, which is awesome. I really appreciate him listening, because you know what, Scott Cawthon is one of the few people, when making games, movies, books, whatever, he listens to his community, his fans. He cares about his fans, of course. He loves what he's doing, and of course, he loves his fans, because, I mean, without all of us, all of his fans and stuff, he wouldn't be where he is, like, today. Without him. Never. He would never be here without him, because Scott Cawthon, I don't know if you guys know, but he started out as a little indie developer trying to make games, and well, he didn't find any success until Five Nights at Freddy's, and of course he would stick with that because it was successful, it was very interesting to him, he wanted to keep going. It allowed him to become creative and make something big, you know. And it's a good thing that he did that, because I know he was making a ton of games, and he didn't give up until out of nowhere the one game blew up, and all his hard work paid off. And I just gotta say, like, I mean, I am happy for the guy. I mean, he gets, he has a lot of money from this franchise. He gets to enjoy his life. He gets to spend time with his family. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's awesome. It's crazy that all this happened because he decided to make a little small horror game 10 years ago. And, the popularity grew fast. Like, even when Markiplier played it, like, I think his first Five Nights at Freddy's video has millions of views. He has millions. Like, it's crazy. I remember I used to be so scared of the games back in the day that I didn't even want to play them at times because I was too scared to play, but at the same time I played them anyways because I loved them. I loved how simple they were. And the fact that they're also scary, And like, sure, like I think Five Nights at Freddy's is a good introductory horror game to people that have never been in the horror genre or played any horror games, and like I think it's a good introduction. Nice and simple. You got the cheap jump scares, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, let's be honest, guys, horror games and, like, horror movies, we all know, like, jump scares are cheap. And they always will be, but, like, sometimes they do get you. If you get caught off guard, they do scare you, so, it's pretty cool. Uh, hmm. And, like, I watch so many people play these games and FNAF fan games throughout the years. I remember the Joy of Creation would come out, Pop Goes, Five Nights at Candy's. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different games. Five Nights at Wario's. I don't remember what this other one was, but it's an old FNAF fan game where it's based off of Disneyland and you have to survive against like characters like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, like stuff like that. And I would watch so many people play these games like Markiplier. I would watch Jacksepticeye play some of these games. I would watch 8-Bit Ryan, Bazamalam. I mean, back in the day when 8-Bit gaming was a thing, when they were both in a 8-Bit Ryan and Bazamalam were a duo doing a channel together. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but back in the day, like Bazamalam wasn't always called Baz. Like he was called Other Ryan. And I remember like they would play Five Nights at Freddy's together, and I remember them playing FNAF 4. Like that was awesome. Popular MMOs, and I think also Dan TDM both played Five Nights at Freddy's as well, and that was awesome. And who else? Fusion Z Gamer is also another Five Nights at Freddy's channel. He still plays FNAF fan games to this day. I mean, his channel is all about Five Nights at Freddy's. Pretty cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Five Nights at Freddy's is honestly gotta be one of the biggest horror franchise to be around, like one of the biggest horror franchises to be around today, because honestly, like seeing how many fans there are and how many games keep being made and how much support is given to Scott, I feel like just people will always be around for Five Nights at Freddy's no matter what. Doesn't matter what they do to the story, what they change about the games, it doesn't matter. Fans will always be around for Five Nights at Freddy's. And it's just crazy because I was here since the beginning of Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's crazy to see where it's ended up now. Seeing a movie, going to theaters to watch a Five Nights at Freddy's movie was crazy. Like, you know, it's crazy what can happen from such a small indie game, and what people, what, sorry, lost my words. Can't speak. Just seeing where it can go from an indie game to now. Like, seeing how crazy it is, and it's all because of us, the people that have supported him, and supported Scott in the games, and have been playing them all this time, making FNAF fan games. Just so much. So much support for this franchise. And, you know, it's just, I just think it's crazy. And honestly, like, you know, the fact that it's been 10 years is just mind-boggling, because I remember back in elementary school when everyone was talking about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I remember when the second game came out, everybody was talking about it. And I just remember everybody was getting scared, when Foxy would jump at you from the hallway, or the puppet. People were going crazy about that stuff back in the day, and it's so weird, to see where it's gone, where now it's free roam. I mean, I know FNAF fan games did it first, but like now to see the franchise actually go out in a direction, have like a free roam game, like a full story game that's free roam. Like that's crazy. And it's made by like an actual like development studio, like an actual game studio. Like Steelwool did a good job with their games, whether they're hit or miss, it's still you could still see that they put in a lot of work and effort. So, pretty cool stuff all around with Five Nights at Freddy's. But yeah, I think that's really gonna be it. It's all I really want to talk about. just kind of mention the past about Five Nights at Freddy's, talk about its anniversary, whatever. And I'm sorry if you've been hearing me, like, sniffling throughout the entire, like, video. It's because I have a runny nose right now. I don't know if it's due to allergies or if I'm getting sick. Uh, it's just not good. So I do apologize for that. I've been trying not to be so loud with it. Because I know some people don't like hearing that. So I apologize if you guys have been hearing it. But anyways, I don't know. I've been yapping for a while now, and I can't really think of anything else to say. I just gotta say, I'm really glad Five Nights at Freddy's is a thing, and it still is a thing, and it continues to grow. And I'm just really interested in the franchise still. Like, I still keep following it whether I play the games or not. I still love the franchise. It's crazy. Even though I don't play him as often or, don't agree with some of the decisions that are made, I still follow the story and I am still interested, so, I still like the franchise as a whole. So, anyways, I just gotta say congratulations to Scott Cawthon and, you know, on and happy anniversary to Five Nights at Freddy's. Happy 10th anniversary to Five Nights at Freddy's. So anyways, if you guys have made it this far into the video, I really do hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, guys.